proud. Hi guys. I know it's been a while. There's so much on my mind that I've been having a hard time kind of trying to pick a subject to talk about. But what I decided to talk about was talking. So I really feel like at this point in 2019, this is some kind of high school bullshit. People will be friends with you, and you want to be friends with somebody that they might not be too fond of, and all of a sudden you two can't be friends anymore. This isn't high school. You say something that person doesn't agree with, it's a difference of opinion. All of a sudden y'all can't talk anymore and you don't have anything in common and that's it. No, you're going to just agree to disagree. Like, what happened to communication? So in this one, it's kind of like damned if you do and damned if you don't. I remember the very first time they brought in a computer and they rolled in this big, heavy steel, plastic, plastic, cart in. And I remember them telling me, by the time you get older, this computer here will be able to process thoughts as quickly as you can. And I thought to myself, whatever. So you're going to fast forward now to AOL. Now, AOL was the shit. So we're really, skipping here, but just follow me because I'm getting some upward. So anyway, so we start with AOL. AOL was the first time you could actually be in a chat room. It was the first time that you could actually be somewhere where there were a whole bunch of people from different states all in one place and you could all talk. It was lit. Like, AOL was the shit. You could talk freely. There wasn't any limit to the words. You could say what you wanted to say. There were different chat rooms. I mean, AOL. So we moved then to MySpace. MySpace, I still think, was the shit. It was something that you could truly create. It was something that, you put whatever pictures you wanted to. You put whatever song you wanted to underneath your picture and show everybody, that the hottest, latest shit that's coming out. People will come by to your page to show love to your page. It was like an understanding that, they would hit your page, you would hit theirs. So then we go to Facebook. And I remember when they first wanted me to get onto Facebook. Let me put my hair up. Okay, so for some reason I was very hesitant about going on Facebook and Twitter. I still don't mess with Twitter, but I'm gonna eventually have to. So, and I'll explain why. So anyway, we go to Facebook, and in Facebook you have a certain amount of characters that you can write. You had to start phrasing the things that you wanted to say differently. You had to, instead of communicating, a point, you had to just get to the point very quickly. It was very, there weren't pictures, it wasn't music, it was just very bop, 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 very robotic. And I feel like because of that, we have honestly changed as a society. If you think about it, the movie that was about Facebook was called The Social Experiment. And I truly feel like, when it comes to this social experiment, human zero, computers and whatever they're trying to do won. I am huge on Instagram. So I cannot, call the kettle black and say anything about, anything. But I found that the format for me with Instagram, I like the fact that, nobody really shares on Instagram when they're having a bad day. You're really only going to see positive things from people on Instagram, them working out, them, getting that bag, them like performing, all types of different things. So to me, Instagram keeps me inspired. I remember when I was about 5 years old, I would interview myself. I would take a little piece of paper and I would sit in front of the mirror and I would write my little thing, questions down, and I would ask as an interviewer, to myself, and then answer the questions. So that was like 5 or 6 years old. So I've been wanting to do some type of like journalism in my life for a really, really long time. And, this YouTube thing is just part of that entire thing. I went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I graduated top of my class. I really wanted to be in front of the camera and be, a shining star. I did get my feet wet into the business, and as soon as I did get my feet wet into the business after graduating at the top of my class, I did not know how to time manage anything. So it became, I was working at a radio station that did traffic for 5 of the top traffic stations, one of them being, the biggest in Connecticut. I went from there 4 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock in the morning. I went Hartford Hospital. I worked there from 9 o'clock in the morning to about 6 o'clock. And I went from 6 o'clock in the evening to 12 o'clock the next day at NBC. So I think that was when I kind of said, you know what, this isn't for me. If this is the way that I'm going to have to, live my life, then this isn't what I really want. In some way, shape, or form, I want to do journalism, so that's why I'm making this channel. But in some way, shape, or form, we really need to change the way we're communicating with each other, because shit is just getting fucking weird. Shit is getting Bird Box. I think the whole movie Bird Box was to let you realize, follow your intentions, follow your gut, you know what I mean? But I can't change the world. I can only start with myself. And with me, I am going to start inviting myself to places with people that I care about. Maybe having dinner with, people that I have, when you catch up with that somebody that you catch up, it's like nothing ever changed. You cannot see them for 2 years. It's the same old thing. So having dinner with people like that and doing things like that. So yeah, I just feel like let's communicate again, all right? Let's talk to each other again. Let's stop being so offended again. Let's stop being so sensitive and soft again. The truth hurts, but the truth will set you free. And once you're free, the truth isn't going to hurt that bad anymore. You know what I mean? Once you take a few punches, you're good. So yeah, that's just the way that I want to be, and that's the way that I'm going to change. So I love you all. That's all I'm going to say for today. Peace, love, and light. I will see you soon.